Hi, welcome to the official Leaders Dream Big YouTube channel.
We hope that through this platform, we'll be able to inspire young women to pursue higher education and believe they can achieve anything through hard work and determination.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Matthew. I'm president of Leaders Dream Big. We are here with Congressman John Moolenaar. We're honored to have him here today. I'll hand it off to Victoria to introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Victoria Brown, and I'm the co-president of Leaders Dream Big at Washtenaw International High School in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Clementine Maynard, and I'm also the other co-president of Leaders Dream Big at Washington International High School. It's my pleasure to introduce Representative John Moolenaar. He's a representative of Michigan's 4th Congressional District, and throughout his political career, he's been elected to Midland City Council, Michigan House of Representatives, and Michigan Senate. We are pleased to have the opportunity to speak with him today. Could you please tell us a bit about your current position and career path?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me, and it's wonderful to be with you today. I represent Michigan's 4th Congressional District, and it's a district that is kind of the center and northern part of Michigan. We have 15 counties, and I serve on the Appropriations Committee. This is my 7th year in Congress. And the two subcommittees I have are Agriculture Subcommittee, because agriculture is a big part of my district, and also the Health, Labor, and Education Subcommittee. So a lot of the work we've been doing during this COVID epidemic, funding for the Centers for Disease Control, the National Institutes of Health, as well as things like education and labor related issues. So it's my 7th year. I'm honored to serve. I'm speaking to you today from the Cannon Building, which is one of 3 House office buildings in Congress. And we're just in the middle of votes. So I appreciate the chance to sit down and talk with you.
Oh, that sounds great. Would you like to discuss your career path into politics and how your career has taught you lessons about pursuing ambitious career goals?
Sure. And let me just say, I grew up in a family that was not active in politics. I mean, they were, responsible citizens. They would vote, but I wasn't really in a situation where I would be talking politics around the dinner table very often. My father and mother came from Indiana to Michigan. My father worked as a chemist at Dow Chemical. My mother is a homemaker. And so a lot of what I experienced growing up was kind of playing sports in the neighborhood with kids, trying to work hard in school, but politics was not a big part of that. What I found, though, is growing up, I always enjoyed reading books and learning about leaders in history. And to me, reading those biographies was really a great way of learning about politics, but I didn't even know I was doing that at the time. And I read books about Native American leaders, leaders, in the civil rights movement, leaders throughout history, founders of our country, international leaders. And I just found it fascinating to hear their stories. So as I grew up, when I was in my 20s, I had been working as a chemist and then in the business development. I got to know someone who was running for Congress. And that was really my first experience of meeting a politician. And so that's when I started thinking about sort of the how it worked together for leadership, politics, public service. And that's when I started getting more interested. And then it was really a passion from there on.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. I feel like that background is something that a lot of people can relate to, and it's a really powerful message for the students in our program. Victoria, do you want to ask the next question?
Sure. What advice do you have for aspiring leaders and students who want to make a change in their own communities?
It's a great question. I would say, first of all, get to know people in the community and to listen and see what the needs are in the community. I think having some good role models, examples, mentors, And that can be reading biographies like I did. It can also be going to someone who you respect and say, how did you get involved in this line of work? Tell me what you've learned. Um, I found having a mentor has been just vital. Someone you can ask questions, present problems and challenges that you're experiencing. It's a good way to do it. I think, some of my personal heroes, one guy was a guy named William Wilberforce, who led the abolition of the slave trade back in the 1800s in Great Britain. Now, I didn't learn anything about him in school, but a friend of mine, actually my brother, gave me a book about him. And when I learned his story, I thought it was amazing that I'd never heard of his name, but I was so moved by kind of how he led during his time of life. And, so it's, having mentors, looking for examples and role models, and then reading books on leadership and wisdom. I think, most of us make a lot of poor decisions growing up. I did. You want to make wise decisions. And so seeking wisdom is really a noble pursuit.
Thank you so much for that insightful answer. Do you have any closing remarks for the students in our program and encouraging them to pursue ambitious educational and career goals despite any marginalized background?
I think, first of all, to realize everyone feels inadequate. Everyone feels like they can't do something when they start out. And often it's trial and error, it's learning from mistakes. I lost my first campaign. And I ended up working in a job where I made less money 10 years after I graduated from college than when I graduated from college. And so I don't think you want to think of life as this trajectory of, I think it's really of through life's experiences, responding in a way where you grow, you learn, and you keep doing the best you can do, and humility, and realizing that every person you meet in your life is an opportunity to build a friendship, but also someone you can work with in the future on projects, things that you care about, and to really work at building good quality friendships and relationships. To me, that's been a very important thing, whether you're in politics or whatever you choose to do. Having those kinds of friendships, and it doesn't matter the background, it doesn't matter the ethnicity. It's really the connection and the friendship and the care for one another that kind of carries you through life. And I believe this idea of a team of people is so important, and just encourage you to do that.
Thank you so much for that advice to the students. I think that's really helpful even to me as like a college student and everyone. Thank you so much for your time and everything you had to say for our students. And we hope to see you soon.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, and take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching this video.
Subscribe to our channel for more resources on college and career, leadership, education, interview with leaders, and more.
Also, follow our other social media pages for updates and upcoming events.
Check out our website for some more ways you can get involved in this project and learn some more about who we are and what we do.